Yeah.
Are you sure you found the correct semantic field for these ancient runes?
This is just my guess.
Time to go.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Safwan, a scholar from the Academy. I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom, and I ask for both parties to stand. May the Dendro Archon also serve as a witness.
Since you so desperately demand an explanation, you may have misunderstood us from the outset and believe that the Academia is... However, the truth is that the Academia wishes for every resident of Sumeru to be a... Therefore, the works they consume should also possess enlightening qualities and intellectual value. We have failed to identify these qualities in the shows performed at Zubair Theater. In other words, instead of struggling against the Academia in pointless confrontations, if you had spent your time reflecting on improving the quality, Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic...
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the pressure. Can Nilou stand her ground?
Calm down, Nilou. First, he said that we were shut down not because the Academia looks down on the arts, but rather because our shows aren't up to their standards. Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks...
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value. Art must first be appreciated.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to Don't think that would make for a good Don't think that would make for a good... Hinaya really wants to win. The theater carries everyone's feelings, and so... Don't think that would make for a... Everyone is free to appreciate art. In your eyes, our shows can't meet the Academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the Academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce... This stance holds performers to a higher standard and encourages the development of the arts. If all performances are simple-minded, require little effort to comprehend, and lack any impetus for the nurturing the populace's understanding requires a long and arduous process, and guiding...
He changed the topic without batting an eye. Good thing if I remember correctly, what I should... Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior. No. Can't do that. Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer...
Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a famed artist, but he recognized that very few people... I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings, then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
You can only reach that conclusion from a place...
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better dancer than me.
You tell them, Nilou.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner.
As the party holding the burden of proof, Sharif has failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair Theater's programs. Likewise, the definition that Nilou put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this particular point of contention. Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control on their...
Keep it up, Nilou! You're doing great!
In that case, I shall speak of more concrete matters. The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law. So you must now... This course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair Theater multiple times regarding the theater's repertoire. However, you have consciously ignored our warnings, or perhaps your compliance was purely superficial. Regardless, that failure has indirect...
That is indeed so, according to the laws decreed by the Academia.
He started talking about procedural stuff, so Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing... Mr. Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public. Otherwise, the theater can continue to operate as long as its license is valid. Failing to follow these rules makes your stance procedurally unsound.
Yeah! That's right!
There are different ways to apply the rules. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed...
That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands.
Cease your futile resistance.
Nilou's definitely won this point, right? You're right. Stay focused, Nilou.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions. Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing right.
That's a thing?
Rather than protecting Zubair Theater, I surmise that your true intention is to maintain your hold over your audience. Without them, Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performances, the theater has nothing else of value.
What you said isn't true at all.
Keep it cool, Nilou!
Right. I need to keep calm, just a little more. Sumeru Theater isn't just a... The theater carries everyone's feelings. Sumeru Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. It means more than that. It's been our home for a long time. Miss Raykar can't go on adventures anymore, but she has found a stable career and a new life at the theater. Her son, Soren, has already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon be our newest member. Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. He decided to stay at the theater to watch us grow. Mr. Farhad and Mr. Hushang visit even when there isn't a show going on, and they always tell us lots of entertaining stories. Even Inaya wants to stay with us, and she's starting to look forward to a new future. Sumeru Theater exists for them, for every single one of us.
Perhaps Sumeru Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant and captivating, but when scholars collaborate to solve difficult problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another as if... However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work. The reason is simple. We are scholars, and there are new projects.
He really doesn't think much of relationships. Paimon also thinks he did a lot.
Sharif's argument is currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilou spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition. Whereas the situation that Sharif described, the academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency.
Oh no, what should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction. A setup? So Nilou's got him?
Good. He said what he said. The next argument could decide, but... Is this really the best thing to do? It might be too cruel to Inaya. Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything else because... She already agreed to this. She wants to win. No matter. Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships will... Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home, then she...
Inaya...
Sorry, Nilou. As expected, I should be the one to say it. If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended and complete. By your logic, that means there is no more reason to sustain our relationship as father.
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with...
Let her speak. What she does not say, Nilou will.
No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is, you're so immersed in your own world, you can't understand why we come together for the sake...
Yeah, don't look down on us.
You can watch a dance anywhere, but there's only one Zubair Theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with the idiotic things he said.
Order! Order! Members of the audience do